I love that little rhyme she had.
What?
That little rhyme she had.
Tweedledee, Tweedledoo or some shit. All my baddies run. Tommy, what did she say? She said, Tommy shot me with a gun.
Yeah.
My baddie sisters run.
That shit was pretty poetic. I loved it.
Sweet little he, sweet little fun. I can't believe when Tommy shot that gun, all my baby sisters run. And awkward. Bitch, you ran faster than the I could believe.
This the kind of beat to go, this the kind of beat to go, this the kind of beat to go, rock, ta, ta.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Welcome back to another episode of the Petty Headquarters. I'm your host, Tiana, and this is
Jessie Strange.
And today we are back at it again with another video. And of course, your Baddies recap, the one that you guys love so much.
Baddie shot o'clock.
There's been a lot of shit going on the internet, obviously, as well as in the show. But you already know we're here to recap everything all. And I also want to touch on some of the internet shit that transpired after, episode 18 and episode 17, to be more specific.
True.
The whole thing with Slim and Scotty and her little tweet. So, without further ado, welcome.
Buckle
your
up.
Pop Culture Podcast, y'all. So if you guys are new, thank you for checking us out. If you guys are returning, thank you for coming back. You already know the jazz. So without further ado, let's just dive into this week's dose of mess. You have anything you want to say to the people?
Hey, welcome back. I just wanted to say shout out to my boy for 3D printing us this on-air light fixture right back here. It's so cute. So if you're watching the visual, hit the thumbs up button if you think it's cute. You know what I'm saying? Show some love. Thank you. Shout out to Mike.
For real, shout out to Mike.
It's cute.
This is so cute. Like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's so cute. And the colors are, like, perfect.
No, for real.
They're
so.
perfect. They're on brand, okay? On fucking brand.
Yeah, but other than that, I'm excited to get into these next 2 episodes. Finally, we get something good. The last few episodes have been kind of, whatever.
Yeah.
This is what we've missed out on the juice with Slim and Rolly.
Right.
So we have a lot to talk about that. And
right.
then,
And then obviously with Tommy and her gun.
antics.
Okay.
Her antics.
Anywho, so episode 17, you already know how that goes. The girls get to the house, and they check out the house, all that jazz, not that important. Natalie, Jayla, and Rolly, they go to the radio station. Also, they go to the radio station and talk about the show, and the lady asks her, what are the rules for fighting? Like, what can't you do? What can you do? And she just basically said anything goes.
Yeah.
Like, what makes you a baddie? And I'm just like, I guess.
I feel like I'm noticing before when we first started, we were going after these girls trying to get an interview. They're always great for content, but at the end of the day, they're never going to tell you anything. It's like, you know what I mean?
Say a lot of nothing.
They're good at saying a whole lot of nothing.
Right. Definitely. 100%. I mean, they can't really say much.
Right.
At the end of the day.
A show.
It is what it is.
Right.
And they still want to keep that bag. So what are they going to say?
Exactly.
So, I mean, the interview, I don't really care about it. Only thing is, when they were on their way back, Natalie was talking to Rolly and Jayla. And then just the way she was talking, I know you had felt some type of way about her, talking like she was hot shit or something like that in the van. Like, she was just so like, well, they're going to see us, the baddies. And she was just doing too much.
But that's typical Natalie at the end of the day.
Right?
She just annoys the shit out of me because I feel like, again, she's always talks about how, how far she's come with this baddie brand, which is true, right? She's come a long way, especially from someone like who always kept getting denied. Like basically like, you'll never make it being a fucking ratchet, girl, whatever. But, at the end of the day, you already know how I feel about that shit. Like it's a little bit abusive in my opinion. It's basically justifying the stupidity.
I mean, she is pretty abusive though. I mean, this we know, which is, again, the way I'm talking about it is gonna sound so like I hate saying it like that in terms of this we know already, because it sounds like I'm justifying her abusive, manipulative behavior. I'm not. I'm just saying we're just so used to it that I don't even know what the fuck to say anymore about this bitch. Like, even with Baddies as a whole, like, I don't even know what the fuck to say anymore. It's the same shit. It's redundant. It's you look cute, you have a meeting, then you go out. Like, there's nothing funny, there's nothing humorous, nothing.
To the point where the girls now, because I remember when we were watching Baddies West, when Natalie would say house meeting, it still wouldn't be implied, oh, we're gonna fight.
Right,
like, yeah, you would kind of know, but the girls wouldn't be saying it in their confessional.
Right.
Now they're just like, you already know what this means. Like, they already know what it is.
It's like a tradition at this point.
Yeah,
like, you know what's gonna come.
Exactly. You know someone has to fight. It's almost like you have to.
You do.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I remember one time, and this is me going off track a little bit, when Natalie was going live, you know, some people joined her live talking about, I want to be on Baddies. I want to be on Baddies. The first thing she asked them, can you fight?
Right.
Like, she's dead serious.
Yeah. Yeah. She loved that shit.
And like, even Jayla not getting into a fight or being too quiet, it's like, no, you gotta turn up now.
Right.
Start fighting.
True. And she does it to all her friends.
Right. Exactly. But to me, I just feel like what makes a really great reality TV show is not always just fighting. Yes, the fights are a plus, right? But the drama, like, I feel like there has to be some good drama, not stage drama. Like, the stage drama just gets old after a while.
It does. It gets exhausting a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Well, moving on, then we get to the next scene where Bad Dolly and Summer felt some type of way about fucking Pretty P talking to Emma, even though Emma is not even on the show anymore. Like, bitch, you're home. Like, why are you telling bitches what I said about you? Like,
you know, okay. So the thing about that is, I feel like people are taking it. They're narrating it what it was not, right? Because it's not like Pretty P was telling her stuff that kind of. It's not like it's been 2-3 weeks down the line and she's like, yeah, they're talking shit about you. Like, she just left.
Emma asked her.
And any girl, like, especially when you're in a mean house, hey, have you heard any shit about me?
Right. People do that with work, bro. People do that with work, period. Like, that is just so normal. So, you know, to basically fight Pretty P over that, even though Emma asked her, was so crazy. And that shit happened so fast.
It did.
It happened so fast. Like, Bad Dolly got up so fucking quick talking about, okay, then we gotta run it. Since I can't fight. Basically, it kind of gave, since I can't fight Emma, I'm gonna fight you. Emma's
pretty
not
much
here anymore.
Which, I mean, I'm pretty sure Bad Dolly regretted that immediately because, I mean, her nose broke.
Yo, I feel like Bad Dolly is really taking L's this whole season. It is not her season. It is not her season. Like, you know how, like, these newbies, they come on and it's their season? Hers, she got the worst season. She's taking L's. Hand broke, nose broke.
She's all
fractured
out.
Fingers, all looking like scissor hands.
Bro.
Like, she really is hurting.
Yeah, there was like this one scene in SpongeBob with like an old lady in a wheelchair with the casket. And that's Bad Dolly. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's really crippled. And
she really is. And she's so mad. Her ego is hurt.
Oh my God. I can imagine that being so humbling.
Her ego is hurt. Right.
I'll be tired if my nose broke on
like,
national TV.
Not only did you fight her once, but you fought her twice. And that's when her shit got, like, and her nose was already broken. Yeah. So now it was just like 10 times worse. And then she had to go to the hospital to get.
I mean, I don't feel bad for Bad Dolly at the end of the day. Like, you know, you didn't really,
she didn't have to get up. And Pretty P was not going to fight her. Like, she was just like, okay, she asked me what happened, and that's what it was. Like, what is there to fight about?
I'm still so amazed at how, like, I don't even want to go snowboarding because I'm like, I don't want my bones to break, bitch. Like, you know, I need to work. Like, I need to get up and live my daily life. Right. Like, so the fact that these bitches really be going in 2 or 3 rounds with cast and all is crazy to me because it's like, y'all don't like your face, your body.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. But obviously Slim was also in that scene.
Yeah. So
then Summer decides to confront her like, are we good? And Slim's like, no, bitch, we could run it right now because you spoke on my dead dad. And I was like shocked by that. And I don't know, I'm over the whole Summer and Slim shit. Like, can we stop? Like,
Can we stop or can Summer stop?
No, yeah.
Summer needs to
stop. That's exactly what I was going to say after that. I feel like Summer is dragging it. Even in the next episode, later on this episode where she sneaks her.
Yeah.
Right after Rolly. Like, it's just so fucking uncalled for.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, are you just hyped up off the bad energy that the show comes with and you just want to sneak? Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but
I think
I'm
I know.
over her. What do you think?
She's the character. She's the main character. And that's just what main character people do, even when it's unnecessary. I just feel
she just wants camera time.
Of course. She wants to be the breakout star. You know, what did DTB do to do that? You know what I mean? She was also a fucking annoying ass cloud chaser in the beginning, especially. You know, and Summer's naturally like that. She just don't give a fuck. But it's crazy though, because I'm not gonna lie, like I was so uncomfortable hearing her say "fuck that guy," you know, talking about Slim's father.
Right,
I'm just like, geez, like I felt horrible listening to it. I was like, oof, like it hurt my ears every single time. I'm like.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Crazy.
feel like these bitches really need to be on their Tommie shit and start bringing shit because these bitches have no respect. They have no fucking respect. So like you either gonna learn one way or the other. Like this is out of pocket. So Slim and Summer, they go 2 rounds actually. And honestly, I was so over it. I was just like, can this just Summer just stop? And what's crazy is that this episode had honestly surprisingly so many fights. Like, I did not think then after this, we had Nunu and Biggie. Like, what the fuck? Like, Nunu, first of all, I thought Nunu whipped Biggie ass. That's all I'm going to say. She definitely whipped her ass. But
in front of the house?
In front of the house, yes. Like, Anna and Biggie, they were outside. Nunu comes out talking about what y'all talking about. And then Anna's like, you know, Biggie still, you know, she doesn't, you know, whatever. So she mentions that Nunu also still has issues with whatever Biggie did in the past. She didn't feel comfortable about the sneaking, whatever. Y'all know, right?
Yeah.
So
and Biggie's holding
didn't
on.
care.
But Biggie was also blaming Nunu for what Big Kiva did to her.
No, J.O.
What J.O. did to her. And that to me was like stupid because Nunu wasn't even outside on set yet when J.O. snuck her.
Really? I thought she was there.
No, she said it. And that's what Biggie said. You were there. She's like, I wasn't even there yet. Like, I hadn't even come outside.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Biggie just wants something to justify, I guess. I don't fucking know. I'm honestly really over it. As you can see, it's just really stupid. They fight. Nunu obviously whips her ass twice. Then Biggie talking about, oh, you gonna give me a new wig. You gonna give me a new wig. I was over it.
Like that's the only way she's gonna accept her apology is if she gets her new wig. Like,
yeah,
bitch.
I was over it.
They really pull wigs all the time. This is not your first Baddies.
I know. Like, this is not. And then she talk about, oh, you wearing the same wig all season. Me and you were different. Okay. Like, what is that supposed to mean? I'm so confused.
That's just like Natalie saying, I'm going on my private jet and you're not. We're different. Like, shut up. Come on.
Yeah, that's literally what it gave.
I guess. Right. I guess.
It was mad funny how Tink was just trolling the whole situation.
Bro,
like, she did not care.
When all the girls at the end came out and Jade is yelling and everybody just yelling.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, why is everybody yelling?
It was like so crazy. I was like, what neighborhood are y'all in? You had Anna, Biggie, and Tasiki outside in the front. Then you had fucking Tink, Nunu, and Summer in the back. They was just all just talking yelling at each other. And Tink is just here for the bullshit. So she's hyping the shit up. And I was cracking the fuck up at that part. Yo. I'm not gonna hold you. Because I was like, what else are you supposed to do?
She's so funny. She was having a good time.
Funny. I just want to say I don't like the fake shit. Because I've been like Tink, and everybody hated Tink, right?
I wasn't impressed.
And you even hated, you didn't like her. You didn't hate her. I know, you didn't like her. But it's interesting now, everybody like her. Y'all some fake ass followers, yo. Y'all some fake ass followers. Because I saw the greatness in Tink. But now y'all are seeing it. So I guess I'm happy that y'all are seeing it now because, yeah. So obviously we get to the next important part of this episode, which is the girls are playing volleyball. Mm-hmm. Right. Yes. So it's Big Lex, it's Pretty P, it's Jazz, and then Slim decides to join them. Mm-hmm. And, you know, they're just basically asking her, like, you know, why did you step away from this assistant position? Like, I thought you wanted this. And she's just like, bitch, I ain't nobody's assistant. And things kind of get crazy after that.
Yeah, I really didn't like Slim doing all that. Again, like, I get how you feel about this assistant thing, whatever. I don't even understand. But if, like, someone's giving you the opportunity and you're shitting all over them in public on cameras and then don't expect to, like, have consequences is kind of silly.
Right. And it's interesting, though, that, you know, when they were asking her, like, more questions about everything and, like, why she accepted the position, which I found interesting, she then explains that, like, you know, she did say some hurtful things. She did speak on Rolly's son, even though, you know, Rolly spoke on her past deceased father. But she also said that maybe she needed to be embarrassed. Maybe, you know, she needed that to, I guess, get even, or to maybe, like, I don't know. It kind of sounded like she was alluding to maybe, like, her and Rolly being cool again, or Rolly, like, forgiving her. Like, she's like, I'll take the L.
Yeah, basically.
But then she was just over it. She was like, I'm not fucking with that.
I don't know. Slim is a little, she confuses me, and she
confuses me too.
She's hypocritical, and I think the alcohol has a lot to do with that, because in my opinion, I mean, first of all, even in this scene, had a drink in her hand.
Yo, D,
like,
she asked for a shot after getting beat up.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
Like, she really be drinking like that. So I would assume that, you know, that the alcohol plays a big part of her inconsistency in what she's saying. And one hand, she's like, fuck that, I ain't nobody's assistant, yada, yada, yada. Then the other hand, she's like, you know, maybe we needed to have this, you know, argument to get even, and had this hope to rekindle this friendship that doesn't even benefit you. She doesn't want you. I don't understand the why do you want a friendship that the other person doesn't want anymore? It's weird.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's why it's giving you on clout. Because why else? If Rolly didn't have clout, would you still want the friendship?
It's a good question.
That is a great question.
Too bad I can't ask her, because she blocked me. That bitter bitch. And you know what it is? Also, that pisses me off. And I feel like a part of me, you know how you say Krishan and Blueface deserve each other?
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, I felt horrible that Slim got beat up, because obviously after this scene, you know, she gets beat up. But a part of me, it's almost like, you deserve it. Misery loves company. Why do you keep wanting to be friends with the bitter back bitch? But it's like, you're also that type of person.
I was just about to say that. Because I feel like for you have to be a type of person to be friends with Rolly to begin with.
Exactly.
Knowing the type of, like, woman she is, and how low she will go. Friend. She will go to the depths of hell. Yeah. Deeper than hell. If there's a place deeper than hell, she gonna go there. And I'm just like, you know, you really do have to be a type of person to be her friend, because I don't know. And that's why I feel like I see through the bullshit. But I don't know. I really don't know. So obviously not Slim. Obviously now Scotty and Rolly come out. All right. And, you know, Rolly gives her an eviction notice.
I love how Rolly thinks she's cute. Oh, I haven't given an eviction notice in a long time, as if it's like her branded thing. Like, if she invented
that's exactly how she talks about it, because she feels like she did. She started it with Smiley and Biggie.
But they did that in Bad Girls Club.
I agree.
So
they did do that in Bad Girls Club.
She did not invent the eviction
She did not invent it, but I guess she started saying it. So yeah, that's why she's going to make it seem like it's her thing. And of course, Natalie eats it up. She loves that. Yeah, we're taking it back to the old school days, right? Rolly obviously confronts Slim and basically saying, you were talking shit about me. Scotty confirms that, which was shocking to me. Like, I'm like, Scotty, is that why you're here right now? Like, what the fuck? You know, Rolly was like, what was she saying in the house? What was she saying? Scotty's like, Slim, you were talking a lot of shit about Rolly. And then boom, it's up. They start fighting, and security breaks it up. They go back and forth, all this rah, rah, rah. Then at some point, Natalie comes out and she's like, if Rolly said you need to go, you gotta go. She gave you an eviction. And I'm just like, Yo, Natalie's voice be cracking me up sometimes, because why
you sound like that?
Right? Why do you sound like that?
Like, where did you even come from?
Right, came out of nowhere, and then she was being mad petty with her and Jayla. I was like, y'all are a fucking mess.
OD.
And you know, at some point, Slim, you know, she goes up back to the house, and they're on the balcony. And she's just like arguing with Rolly. They're arguing back and forth. But at some point, while Slim is not looking, Rolly literally comes and hits her in the face, then drags her hair and drags her to the ground, like literally drops her on the ground. And I was like, damn, that was really fucked up. Like, that was so unnecessary. Y'all already had your little ones.
Yeah, she snuck her.
She did. I mean, she did. And then right after that, as they're arguing, then Summer sneaks her, which I was like, come on, bro. You don't think this girl got enough? Like, y'all just putting y'all hands on this girl. Like, that's kind of fucking crazy.
And that's exactly how I felt when Smiley got choked by Suki and that whole situation. Because, like...
Oh, with the Sapphire.
With Sapphire. Yeah, exactly. And they took the chain because it's like at the end of the day, right? Slim was she was the losing deer. Okay. She was literally fucked up. You could tell she was drunk. You could tell she already got beat up. And then Rolly, of course, couldn't have enough. It's never enough because misery loves company. So, like, of course, Rolly had to fucking do the most with that. And it was ugly, to be honest. But like, what, I'm not surprised. It's Rolly we're talking about here. Like, it's typical for Rolly to do ugly things like that. And Summer, honestly, you know, that wasn't cool either. And I really didn't like that. She's actually really annoying because even you can tell Rolly got annoyed in the middle of that, like telling Summer to mind her fucking business. Because this isn't her fight to fight.
Right. It's not.
Yeah, it's really not. And so, you know, they toss Slim around like a fucking salad, per usual. But I thought it was interesting because there was a tweet that... There was a tweet that I saw, and I wanted to hear your opinion on it. Somebody had wrote, Big Lex, I thought you hated bullies. You want to fight Jayla for fighting Gretchen and Biggie. But when Rolly is doing it in your face to Slim, you're being a cheerleader. What are your thoughts on that?
She was not cheering. She was
a bystander, though. Meanwhile,
what the fuck was she? That shit happened so fast. What was she supposed to do on the other side of the net?
But she been seeing Slim get tossed around.
That's
and bullied.
That's true.
Not the first time.
I guess you're right, but I feel like, I don't know. Maybe we'll see something different at the reunion. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't have any thoughts on that.
Okay.
I don't, because I feel like in this situation, I really don't have any thoughts on that. I really don't.
Maybe y'all have any thoughts on that because, I mean, it was a good point.
It is a good point because people were coming for Big. They were coming for everybody that was kind of like a bystander, because even after that episode aired, Scotty had put this long ass post on her story saying how she should have defended Slim. And honestly, I was over it. I was like, please don't try to do fucking damage control right now, bitch. Because that's what you're doing.
You really think there's damage control? I mean,
yeah, because she's tired of being hated by the fans. The fans always talking shit about her, and she learned from past seasons. I feel like she doesn't want to look like a bully anymore. Every time people called her a bully, she went on live saying, I'm not a bully. So clearly it bothers her, and she just doesn't want to come off that way. What do you think? Why would she apologize like that? Just to get people off her ass? Like, why?
I mean, it's normal to like reflect and see yourself and kind of be like, damn, like it's one thing to be in it. Like we spoke about it before. See it. And then when you see it, you're like, holy fuck. Like,
that's probably how Big Lex feels. Like, shit.
Maybe
seeing it now, she's like, fuck. Because like everything is happening so fast there. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, we talked about this recently. I guess I'll share it. But that's kind of what you studied. There's like a term you study it in psychology, and one of the best examples is during the time of Hitler, and a lot of people criticize the guards for doing the fucked up things that they did, which again, we're not talking about emotions here, we're talking about psychology, the psychology of it's easy to judge somebody from not being in their situation. But when you're in that situation, you really genuinely do not know how you're going to act as a person, because there are other factors that contribute to that. It's not just the situation. It's your personal life. It's your family on the line. It's finances. It's a lot of things. So anyways, I say all that to say it's normal for someone to see that and be like, oh, that's not cute of me to do that. I mean, and I'm just hoping that it's a genuine thing. And I mean, I just don't see Scotty caring that much. She's been hated a lot more in past seasons. You know what I'm saying? And that's never really stopped her from being Natalie's puppet.
But she's always addressed the hate every single time.
But did she get that much hate for it?
I don't think she got hate for it.
I
but
think she
feel
came
like,
out of nowhere
I feel
with
like
that.
when she made her story, then it was like she
Now,
got hate
that's what I'm
for it.
saying.
She
she didn't. I feel like if Scotty never said anything,
I feel like it was just whatever. But one thing I want to say about that whole Rolly and Slim situation, a lot of people are on the internet talking about bullying. But me personally, Slim did it to herself. Like, I'm sorry. You know Rolly. You knew she was done with you. And you know the hurtful stuff she said. And I just feel like all the stuff that Rolly's done to you, and yes, y'all hurt each other, but I already know, like, Rolly just be on 10 and be going hella low. Why the fuck do you want to be her friend again? 1. 2, you're that desperate to be back in her life just for clout. Just to be on Baddies. Just for money. Because you don't know what to do with your life. And then on top of that, you always have a fucking drink in your hand when bitches is telling you not to drink. And then on top of that, you're talking shit behind her back when she allowed you to come back. Yeah, she's embarrassing you, but you even said it yourself. Like, maybe this is what I need because, you know, I said a lot of hurtful stuff too. So why the fuck are you not playing the game? Why the fuck are you being stupid? Bitch, you weren't fucking bullied. You were dumb. And that's why you got your ass beat by Rolly. Okay? The only thing where I think it was fucked up was the last part where Rolly, like, hits her and drags her to the ground and Summer sneaks her. That part I can be like, oh, y'all ODing. But bullying, bitch, I feel like Slim just did it to herself. I have no sympathy for her. No sympathy whatsoever. I feel a little bad with the last part, like I said, with Summer and Rolly doing what she did, but I'm sorry. Slim is not a fucking good person, okay? And y'all on the internet acting like she's holier than thou. She's not a fucking good person. To even be friends with Rolly, you're not a fucking good person. You got what was coming to you, and you got it because of your own fucking actions. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Woo! So happy I got that out.
Jeez, I feel like you reprimanded Slim right in front of our eyes right now. Like,
because I'm just tired of people saying, oh, it's bullying. Like, I don't even fuck with Rolly like that either on the show. But at the end of the day, like, let's really say it for what it is here. You did it to your fucking self. And if I said the same thing about Smiley, I'm going to say the same thing about Slim.
That's true. You did say the same thing about Smiley.
Yeah.
You did.
Like, come on now.
You
and
did.
it's usually those people. It's usually those people that are not good fucking people that want to fucking act like they're holier than thou when they finally get what's coming to them. Like, no, stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, I mean, what did you think about, well, I guess you just told me, but I guess what did you think about Scotty on her story saying, I should have done this, I should have been there?
I thought it was random as hell. I was so confused.
I was confused too. I was like, what the fuck?
I was like, it was needed? Like that addressing that was needed? Like,
but
I don't
that's
know.
why I think like maybe she just didn't want to look like a bully. And maybe, I don't fucking know, okay? I'm only going based off of, like, her patterns of how she's always talking to the people when people are calling her a bully. Mm-hmm. And how she's so, like, pressed about appearing a certain way.
I don't think people, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But I didn't see, like, I feel like I've seen when people were coming for her when they called her a bully or a bystander or how she's in an abusive relationship. I've seen when people addressed her. I just didn't think this one was that important to address, but I don't know. But I personally feel like Scotty is just that girl. She's a girl's girl, and so I guess seeing it on TV in your face months later when you're not in the chaos, it might have felt different looking at it, and maybe that was just a reflection of how she felt. I don't know.
That's what it's giving. It's giving a reflection of how she felt deep down, and that's. Like, you felt some type of way about your own actions.
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, whatever. I mean, yeah. Overall, like, you can tell that Slim was really, really hurt by the situation, which, you know, obviously I felt bad a little bit. Like, damn, like, you could tell she was hurt towards the end. Like, you know, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, she was crying. Natalie's over there talking about, I'm going to help you pack your bags. Like, very insensitive. Just.
It was fucked up.
It was fucked up. Like, I'm going to help you pack your bags and all this shit. Like, I was like, bro. And yeah, I mean, all the girls in the room with her, and obviously that is where episode 17 ends. I mean, what are your thoughts on like Natalie helping her back?
Natalie's a bitch because Slim tried to leave before, and Natalie literally in that same fucking bed or whatever bed was asking Slim, "Hell, sit down. I'm your friend. Like, you gotta stay.
I hated that.
You gotta stay. I really care. Yo, Slim, you'll always be a baddie." Then next thing you know, I'm gonna help you pack your bag. Like, shut the fuck. You're such a fucking bitch. And honestly, again, this goes back to the same thing with Slim. I just, you know what it is? I can picture myself being in that situation only because of the alcohol. You know, I feel like I can relate when you're just like, obviously I've never been tossed around like that drunk, but as far as being confused, like I just can't imagine Slim being drunk, just got fucking slapped around from 20 different places, hella confused and drunk, and then now everything is chaotic, cameras in your face, and then you got Natalie, the boss, embarrassing you, talking about I'm gonna help you pack. It's crazy. It's just you know, and it's the same thing I said when it happened to Smiley, and it's just like at the end of the day, I get it, and it was definitely, you know, you put yourself in that situation. But I'm a human, and I just can't help but just feel like I would hate to be in that situation. I wouldn't be, but, you know, I can empathize, and that's all. But I guess that leads us to, what is this, episode 18 now, right? So this episode, it opens up with Lex and Dolly, and I think Pretty P. They're all sitting by the fire. Dolly is back from the hospital. She is so tight because she don't want to talk to nobody. Lex is like, "Oh, Dolly, you okay?" She's like, "Don't fucking talk to me, bitch. I don't want to talk to nobody."
She did say that. She was so pressed.
So pressed. And I would be too, showing up looking beat up like that.
She be going through it.
Yeah. So Natalie comes out, talks about how they're gonna have a meeting
before they go to the club.
But they all got to get ready first.
So they come out and get ready.
Yeah, and then she mentions that she has a surprise guest. Now, this has the girls speculating who this surprise guest is. Every time Natalie says there's a house meeting and a surprise guest, it's never a good thing.
Right.
So it's funny because you can see the girls already, they're like antsy about it because they're like, who is the special guest? Like, you know, they're all speculating.
But, you know, Bad Dolly does argue with Pretty P at that point. They go back and forth because Natalie wants to know, like, what was the situation that happened? And of course, Pretty P is explaining the situation. But then in the midst of that, Bad Dolly comes out while she's explaining it. So she's upset, talking about, why do I hear my name? They go back and forth. They argue. And Bad Dolly, with her fucking ego, she want to fight again.
Yeah.
And Summer's like, bitch, you're not fighting. And Pretty P, you know, being a good person with fight etiquette, literally said, I'm not fighting you. Like, I'm not fighting you. Like, come on now. Like, you just got back from the hospital. Like, that's extra. I feel like anyone else that was a fucking piece of shit would have just fought her again.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Like, Rolly would have fought her.
That's true. She would have.
But before even that happened, Natalie had first asked Nunu, like, what was the situation with her and Biggie? And of course, I was confused because Nunu was like, oh yeah, I fought Smalley.
Yes,
Smalley. And I was like,
did say that.
Smiley? Who she? Smiley.
No,
and
Biggie.
Then shout out to Anna. Because she clarified, you mean Biggie, right? Okay.
Right.
Oh, Smalley. Got it. Not Biggie. Got it.
Not the big one.
Right. Cute. Got it.
Right.
So she was saying that, whatever. And Anna was just downplaying it. You could tell Anna didn't want to instigate it again.
Right. Like, it's done.
Yeah, exactly.
Then Summer said something, right? And
yes.
that's when Anna starts arguing with Summer.
Yeah, like, stop jumping into people's business.
Right. Anna basically does not like the fact that Summer is always in somebody's business, which is crazy. You just said that just now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah.
Exactly. And then that's when Natalie asks about Bad Dolly's nose or whatever.
Right,
and somebody's like, oh, Pretty P broke her nose. And they all the gasp. It was the gasp that had me cracking the fuck up. Oh, and yo, Pretty P smile, like almost like trying not to let it get to her head. But you know that she was like, yeah.
I can't,
It was so funny. It was so funny. But anyways, Lex makes sure that nobody's running with the narrative and clarifies that Bad Dolly So shout out to Lex for being a good friend.
No, I thought that same thing too. I
Yeah.
was like, okay, legs. Segway legs.
Yeah,
Like,
she was like, it was broke before.
yeah, and Bad Dolly wasn't out there yet when that had happened. So I
Right,
was happy
exactly.
that she had her friends back regardless. That was cute. That was cute.
Exactly. So then Pretty Peace telling Natalie why they fought, you know, the whole bullshit. And then of course, Natalie being Natalie's like, oh, so you texted Emma? That's weird.
Yeah,
that's
Emma
so weird.
Emma. I'm messing up on all the names right now. Natalie being Natalie. For real.
Right.
I thought that and I was like, what is the issue? You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of a work situation, right? This place I used to work at, obviously I had left. I had got another job, but I was cool with some of the people there. So one of my coworkers, we're still friends to this day. She just told me something. She randomly told me something about what some other coworker said about me. So I didn't give a fuck. I hit up the other coworker because I could come down there right now. Like I was very, very nice while I was at work. You know, I let a lot of shit slide, and I was obviously just like, you know, when you're in the workforce, you just have to be a certain way. Like, I know how to code switch and da-da-da. So I know how to do all that in the workforce. So the fact that I really let your shit slide and you have the audacity, okay. So I hit her up and I didn't give a fuck. So I was pretty aggressive. And this fucking woman was like, oh, you don't even work here anymore. Don't text me again. You're blocked. Okay, pussy. Okay, pussy. Because that's what it gave. Like, you're talking shit about me, but when I confront you, you don't want to say nothing?
Well,
so then, yes, that person got mad at my friend, aka coworker, for even telling me what was said when I'm not even there anymore. But it's like, why are you talking shit about me literally 2 days after I'm gone? Like, what the fuck?
Right. Well, Natalie felt the same way, right? Or
y'all are
instigated
fucking losers. Y'all are fucking losers.
And of course, in the background, you hear, yes, 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 it's weird. It's weird. And of course, it's Summer, still not minding her own fucking business.
Yeah.
Which was like, of course. So Dolly's getting worked up. She's like, she's like trying to fight with her 10
trying to
caskets.
fight again. It's like, you literally have one hand for real.
Right. I
like,
said caskets. I meant casts.
Oh, yo. She might as well be in a casket. No, let me stop. I'm just kidding.
Nah, so
all jokes.
dark humor. Dark humor. Calm it down. Let's regroup. Don't get mad.
Oh my God. But why Jada say she got a crush on Ivory?
I'm dead.
Yo, nah. I was not letting that slide.
I'm dead.
I was not letting. I was like, what?
Yeah.
You would have a crush on Ivory.
Yeah. You know why? I think one of the qualifications for Jaden to like you is you gotta be a in and out of court baby. Okay. You need to be. She liked the bad boys and the bad girls. Okay.
I don't know. Joseline, that girl that she was like talking to her dating is not giving that vibe.
I was joking, you know, Blueface and Ivory. Jesus Christ. But I just want you to know that Joseline is not like that. Just want you to know, okay? My bad.
Oh my God.
Well,
oh my God. Well, I don't know what she's like, so I can't even talk shit. But the way she looks, it's not giving Ivory or Blueface.
So
like,
we end up finding out that Jaden does have a crush on Ivory, which I thought was cute. I thought it was cute.
I honestly was like, wow, you're so predictable. Of course it's Ivory.
Yeah, I know.
Like, of course.
Whatchamacallit. We also forgot to mention how Natalie was being messy and asked who won the fight between Bad Dolly and Pretty P. And of course, Tink, being her troll self, was like, I ain't see the first round, but the second round, look what she did to her. Something like that. Yo, that shit had me, Tink is doing her thing.
Tink does not care. She really does not care, yo. But what I think is interesting is I'm really getting tired of this. Natalie announcing elimination. I'm really, really getting very, very tired of you announcing elimination as if this is some lost survival show and you're not eliminating anybody.
Yeah, I wrote that on my notes. I was like, Natalie says she's eliminating someone, but I call cap. I'll believe it when I see it. That's literally what I wrote.
That's literally what you wrote.
That's literally what I wrote.
Can't.
Talking to myself like, yeah.
Like, I'm so over it. Stop fucking, the word elimination should just be removed from your vocabulary when you're filming at this point, because you keep saying you're gonna do it and you don't really do it.
Yeah, it's like, just kidding.
Yeah, it's like she just does it to get them scared and like riled up, but she doesn't really do it.
Right.
So I don't really fuck with that shit.
Exactly. And then she also talks about how if the girls, they're gonna go on vacation soon, so whoever doesn't resolve shit, somebody's going home, all the fucking bullshit.
But peep that Jayla, Scotty, and Anna, like, they decided to like express their issue with Summer right then and there. And they're like arguing back and forth. And it was so funny because someone was like, it was either Natalie or someone who likes Summer, raise your hand.
Yeah.
And Natalie. Like, there was a few people that raised their hand, and it was like, they was hyped. And then of course Jayla didn't raise her.
Yeah.
I was like, this is so childish. Like, I literally cannot. But yeah. I just don't like that Scotty had so much mouth with Summer, but didn't have the same mouth with Rolly. It kind of pissed me off a little bit.
Well, after online, she seems like they're going to go into the reunion.
Online.
True, because she also backtracked on that too.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But at this point, Natalie announces her special guest.
Yeah. Yeah. She announces that Tommie's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because you can see like Tink's body language. I noticed it was like her arms were covering her body, almost like hugging herself. You know how like when you read into body language, that's a way people do to protect themselves when they don't feel comfortable or where they're like nervous.
Right.
So I thought that was interesting because, obviously Tink doesn't like Tommie. She feels some type of way.
Honestly, I feel like her reason is valid.
It's not valid.
It's valid.
It's valid
for why she doesn't like Tommie. The whole thing with her and Meatball was like so personal. I would feel some type of way too. You're inserting yourself in something with my sister. You don't even fucking know shit. And you don't know me. You don't know her.
She didn't even remember her. Tommie didn't even remember Tink at all. She's like, I don't even know this girl. Yeah, that shit is mad funny.
She didn't. But I would feel some type of way. I'm like, you don't even fucking know shit. What are you over there giving her a pep talk for?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck? I would be mad. But is it enough to be like, yeah, I want to fight?
No.
I don't think it's enough.
No.
Because it's not like Tommie really said anything or did anything to Tink. But, I mean, I get why she feels some type of way. But to fight, I don't know.
We also forgot to mention that Natalie had asked Rolly about the Slim thing and evicting her. And how Jayla seemed pretty over it at this point, and she was like, Slim couldn't rise to the occasion. It's no one's fault but her own.
Who said that?
That was Jayla who said that. And I thought that was interesting because it was like, so if you felt like that about Slim and you knew Slim back from Baddies South, why didn't you feel the same way about Krishan when her and Tasiki got into an argument in the first episode? You were over here trying to empathize with both sides, but to be honest with you, Krishan was there for one reason and one reason only and could not rise to the occasion either. But yet you had a heart for Krishan and not Slim, which I thought was pretty hypocritical. I figured I'd say that.
I mean, valid. I mean, it's valid. Shit. I don't got nothing to say. That's facts.
Facts. Speaking of Jayla, she also asked Natalie, because Natalie talks about how, they're going to go on vacation and people got to stop fighting. And then Jayla's like, well, what does it take to go on this vacation? So then you got Anna that says, don't piss on the plane. Shade to what's her name?
Summer.
To Summer. And then Scotty says, bitches who know how to have fun and keep their mouth closed. So that's the shade that you were talking about.
With them going off on Summer.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want Summer to come.
Mm-mm.
They don't like her.
You think Natalie's gonna bring Summer?
Of course.
Oh my god.
Hello, the fans love Summer.
Of course.
course.
But of course. So she announces that Tommie is the special guest. Akbar stands up.
Yeah,
Her sneakers are off. She's like by the fire. Seems a little
First
ready.
of all, she went up there to warm her hands. I was like, bitch, what are you doing?
I'm
You're
doing it.
you're cold. You're first of all, your bare ass feet is touching this cold ass ground. Like, what the fuck is up with that?
It's so funny because at some point Tasiki gives a pep talk to the girls. She's talking to them like, to me, I interpreted it as a pep talk, but she's telling the girls, you know, Tommie, every time she come around, it is what it is, but we still got to get ready and we got to go to the club, you got to do your fight. And she just kept talking about,
Because it's one of those things where she just knew Tommie was going to be on some bullshit, but it don't matter. Go to the club still.
right.
That's what it's giving.
And that's what I thought was so funny again, because first of all, the girls were already speculating on who the special guest was. Then Natalie drops the bomb. Boom, it's Tommie. You see fucking Tink and Akbar getting up, getting uncomfortable. Tasiki fucking giving the pep talk like, okay, ladies, it's gonna be okay.
I know.
We still gotta go to the club.
No, right. And then the girls are like, and then the girls are like recapping their whole issue like with her.
Right.
So, Tink explains her issue, and in the midst of that, her and Akbar argue over why Tink don't fuck with Tommie. Basically over this like similar situations, like don't insert yourself in my shit. Don't tell me what to do. And I feel like again, when Tommie was talking to Meatball, she kind of inserted herself in the shit.
True.
And then they just start going back and forth. And in my head, I'm like, this is about Tommie.
I
y'all.
know.
Like, we don't need to get sidetracked. And you could tell other people were like, all right, let's just focus on the special guest coming in, because even Rolly interrupts it and explains her issue with hers from the reunion.
Yes.
But she don't really got no crazy issue with her. But they do have beef online right now. And I seen that Tommie changed her profile picture to a picture of Rolly's son.
Well, they've been had beef since the reunion.
No, I know. I'm talking about now. Like, she just did that. And I'm like, they're like in a whole internet war right now.
I know.
And I'm just like, oh God, this is going to be so crazy.
I mean, I'd be in an internet war too for someone who shot me with a BB gun.
That's true.
You know what I mean? This is
true.
That's just extra.
Yeah.
So I thought it was funny though, because as they're all talking about it, I'm thinking to myself, why is it taking so long for Tommie to come? Like, usually it was like mad time, and they're all talking about why they don't like her. And it was so funny because by the time Tommie here, it was so funny because they're all arguing about Tommie.
Mm-hmm.
Natalie, oh, Tommie, she's here, like yelling over them.
Literally yelling over them.
And it was so funny because the dramatic ass motherfucking music when Tommie is coming to the house is so fucking funny to me. What is wrong with these people?
No, for real. It's true.
They were so dramatic.
So dramatic. But I do want to touch on Rolly going off on Scotty. Because basically, Scotty said she's not going to keep fighting over and over. So she basically is like deading her issue with Tommie. And then Rolly's just like, bitch, you never fight. You never fight. So please stop talking. And then they just like, she just starts going off. Then she eventually starts going off on all the cast. Nobody wants to fight their battles. I'm not fighting your battles. We're not fighting your battles for you, bitch. And it's like a whole thing. She's like, I'm tired of this shit. And that's when Natalie interrupts everything. And she's like, all right, Tommie.
Yeah.
Yo, she was too hyped for Tommie to come in.
Yo,
she was way too hyped.
Mm-hmm. For sure. For sure.
But why did Natalie bring Biggie into the mix? But like when Rolly was putting it on her about Natalie not wanting to fight Tommie.
Yeah.
She literally brought Biggie into the mix. I'm like, what the fuck did Biggie have to do with it?
We definitely skipped on that for sure. Like, Rolly checks Natalie.
Right.
Yeah, Rolly checks Natalie, which I was like, finally. Because, I mean, honestly, please, somebody. Mm-hmm. And she tells her straight up, like, you doing the easy work. We're doing the hard work. You sitting over here talking shit behind these bitches' back. Mm-hmm. But then, you're supposed to be our friend. But yet, you hugging them right in front of our face while we're fighting them.
Right.
Which I thought was so true. I mean, that's your friend, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
And you could tell Rolly seemed so over it by this point. Like,
yeah,
she even said it.
She's tired of it.
She's tired of this of the season. Like, she's tired of the bullshit. She's tired of fighting Natalie's battles for her.
All right.
And honestly, Rolly's the only one that's gonna say it. Because everybody else is fucking pussy.
I mean, Rolly's the only one that can say it.
Yeah, because they know that, and that's what Biggie said, that Natalie's not gonna say nothing to Rolly.
Right.
She know better.
Exactly. And I was so happy that Biggie clocked that because it is so true.
And that's exactly where you said that Natalie was all of a sudden brought Biggie into it.
Because she wanted to take the pressure off of her.
Deflecting.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I'm glad that Biggie said that because it's the truth. She clocked it right then and there. Yeah, like, we're not talking about me. We're talking about you, ma'am.
Right.
Talking about you, ma'am.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Then Tommie coming in with gifts.
First of all, Tommie look the fuck good.
She looks so good. I feel like every time she appears, she eats the fuck down.
She does.
She be eating. She just look good all the time.
And in Tommie fashion, comes in bearing gifts.
And
it's my type of gift, baby.
You stupid.
Giving out packs of marijuana.
You are stupid, yo.
I felt Jazz when she said, hey, Tommie.
What did Jazz say?
She said basically like...
You don't remember what Jazz said.
I don't know verbatim. What the fuck? I wasn't going to say verbatim.
I'm like, this bitch don't know what the fuck Jazz
but
said.
you basically said, Tommie, you
Let's
my
bring
friend.
her around again.
Yeah.
She giving us weed shit.
Right, exactly. Come on. You don't fucking put me on blast like that. What's wrong with you?
Talking about Jazz.
I agree. Y'all saw the show. I don't got to repeat it. Y'all know my brain don't work like that. It's mush.
Yo, you be fighting for your life, bro, for real.
Listen, I work to be on this podcast, okay? I put in work because my brain don't work like yours. Too much marijuana, you heard?
Too much stuff because your brain is delayed. Your brain is delayed.
It's so funny because when Tommie walks in, first thing, she's saying hi to the girls, handing out some weed. Then she gets to Akbar. She goes, hey, Akbar, yeah, I see you. We good?
Yeah, and then they just honestly, this whole thing was weird. It was way too much talking, and even Summer was like, "Y'all talking too much."
Am I dumb or did you know that they had beef before? Did I miss that?
Yeah, it was a episode, The Conversation. Zeus had like a series, The Conversation.
Oh, so it wasn't on Baddies.
No, it was on The Conversation.
Got it.
Yeah, which they had played, but I feel like they also had beef before from like Love and Hip Hop days.
Okay, so I just want to make sure that I was confused. I didn't know they had beef.
Yeah,
and I wanted to make sure it wasn't my brain forgetting.
Yeah, so like Akbar explained how she felt about the situation and about their last argument, and Tommie is then explaining how at that time it was hard for her, with jail, with all the shit that she was going through. And they just are going back and forth. And I'm just like, this is fucking stupid.
First of all, Tommie's reaction to Akbar saying a lot of things had me cracking the fuck up because it almost felt a little sarcastic.
Yeah.
But like, Tommie don't give a fuck. And this back and forth went on. I felt like
forever.
I felt like that song.
Forever.
I just saw days go by where I just kept going and going, and they just kept going. And I'm like,
you saw a whole time lapse, bitch.
It was like
they just
15 minutes of talking.
Yes. That's why Summer was like, bitch, y'all doing too much talking. But why the fuck did Akbar begin to pray?
And I feel like that pissed me off because I wrote that down, and that shit pissed me the fuck off because not only did it scream fake, you're fucking playing with God. And then it's like, so two things happen. Natalie and Jayla are fucking laughing in the corner like fucking childish mean girls.
Yep.
Like giggling when literally they're trying to have a serious conversation. And then, Tommie's like, yeah, I'm trying to have a serious conversation. And of course, Akbar takes it upon herself to sit there and interrupt that entire interaction and say, and I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And it's like, first of all, didn't Bobby say that to fucking Tommie? So one part of me makes me feel like, man, is Tommie the devil? Because this is the second person talking about I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. But also too,
going through some shit. She be attracting some dark ass energy for real.
But also number two, it's like, why did you do that? That's so disingenuous. Did I say that? Is that
disingenuous?
Disingenuous. That's so disingenuous. Like, it just felt so fake. Why are you bringing God into this? Talk about I rebuke you, and then what are you doing, bitch? You're not a pastor. Shut the fuck up. Like, there's a time and place.
Yeah.
This is where Krishan should be like, set her dogs out to beat her up too, since they want to do it to fucking Whoa Vicky.
Yo, D. What is she? Jesus loves y'all. Yo, that was a time when we recapped that episode. That was a time.
That's what we need Chris Sean,
Yes,
because it's
that's what
like,
I'm saying. I feel like that's the only time I will probably watch Baddies again, bro. And recap it. If Chris Sean come back. But you know that's not happening. But I just think it's so funny because after she prayed, the energy shifted. I was like, bitch, don't show her that you really the demon. Why? Why are you switching up your energy now that she prayed? It almost feels like you're like proving her right though. Like you got some dark energy in you and you mad that she's put holy water on you or some shit.
Nah, because I feel like a little bit of that was gaslighting. Like
I agree.
It was very gaslighty, and I feel like coming from Tommie, like you know, that's kind of like telling a girl who has like a natural bitch face, like, oh, you know, you should smile sometimes. Why are you so unhappy? And it's like, bitch, I am fucking happy. Now you pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that. Like,
right.
So yeah. So as they're arguing, of course, Rolly interrupts. I don't know. Akbar and Tommie are going back and forth.
Honestly felt like the argument between Akbar and Tommie was so fucking dumb.
Yeah, I didn't write anything.
I didn't write nothing. Bitch, I was just like,
stupid.
y'all are literally, what are y'all arguing about at this point? Y'all are going back and forth for what? Like, are we fighting? Are we doing Natalie meeting fashion? Like, what are we doing? Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, and in between that argument, Rolly puts her 2 cents and says something along the lines of, Tommie will do anything for a check. That's why she's here.
Right.
And then Tommie didn't like that. Meanwhile, by the way, now, so you got Rolly in this, and so Natalie's fucking dying.
Yeah.
Dying in the background on the bench with Jayla.
Yep.
Like fucking stupid ass little childish mean girls.
Yep.
So Rolly gets up, talks about how she's gonna fucking knock Tommie in her knees, and you know, this is again still going back and forth. And at this point, I'm over it. I'm like, bro, can we get somewhere with this back and forth
it
bullshit?
Was very dragged on.
Right. And meanwhile, this whole time, Tommie's holding this bunny. And this is where you see Scotty do like a quick, like little whiplash, like,
like
you
what
know,
is that bunny?
Yeah,
like?
what's good with your bunny? She noticed that there's a slit in it. Yeah, I almost feel like it went on for so long, and this is just me. This is a theory of mine. Maybe I'm wrong. But low-key, a part of me feels like this whole scene, some of the girls knew what was going to happen.
Is that why you think Tasiki gave her little pep talk?
No, I didn't think about that, but maybe Tasiki. I feel like Akbar knew about it, low-key. Because one, she's a special guest. She's a celebrity guest. They're not going to put their celebrity guest. When have they ever put their celebrity guest in harm's way? Okay, 2, right? Akbar and Tommie, when they were arguing, it almost felt like you were waiting for something and you didn't know what you were waiting for.
Yeah, and that's what it felt like.
And it's almost like, where's the cue? Like they're waiting on the cue. And then when Tink got up, it almost felt like, you know, the bunny, you know, whatever. It just felt like Akbar knew that it was coming soon. I don't think Natalie knew. I don't think Rolly knew. I don't think Tink knew. I think low-key only Akbar knew.
You think so?
I don't know, girl, because it was just like, why were y'all arguing so much? And it almost felt like y'all were just waiting for something. That energy you really can't explain. Like, you telling me you didn't feel like we were waiting for something, but no one knew what we were waiting for?
It did feel like that, but I don't know if Akbar knew, because she literally, remember what she did after that whole situation? She left the Baddies after that. She was like, I'm not dealing with this.
Oh, she did?
Remember when she was like, I'm leaving, like, this is dangerous, da-da-da-da, this is not safe. Remember she posted all that shit on her story. And then that was literally when Tommie had brought her BB gun. And I just think it's really funny. It's really, like, I don't know if she knew. Because the way she ran.
Oh, my God.
The way that fucking bitch ran, I don't know if she knew.
Oh, my God.
Because if she knew, she wouldn't even be arguing. She probably wouldn't even be there. You don't think she would just dip?
Well, they knew that she wasn't going to be the target.
I don't know. Girl.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I just think that you could tell Akbar didn't want to fight Tommie, period.
But, like, the thing is like, so Rolly and Tommie had bigger beef than Tink and Tommie, right? So my thing is, why did why did Tommie get mad at Tink for saying, okay, she was not okay? She's like, Tink was like, I'm not okay. You and Akbar need to fucking fight. And then Tommie didn't like that.
Right. But she was like, if you're not going to fight, then what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Now I want to fight.
Yeah, but then Akbar was coming up to Tommie too. Why didn't Tommie take out the fucking gun on her? And that's what I'm saying. I low-key feel like they told Tom. First of all, I feel like low-key production knew. Production knew what was going to happen.
I feel like they had to know.
They
a
had
BB gun,
to.
A BB gun? Come on. Yeah. But I don't think Akbar knew.
Okay, so maybe production knew. I think they knew, bro. I honestly, maybe, okay, Akbar didn't know because she did run so fucking fast. And the repeat, when they replayed that shit, I was crying.
Yo, the instant slow-mo was crazy. She was really out. She was out, for real.
Yo, Tink was tight. And I love that little rhyme she had. That little rhyme she had.
Tweedledee, Tweedledoo or some shit. All my baddies run. Tommie, what did she say? She said, Tommie shot me with a gun.
Yeah.
My baddie sisters run.
That shit was pretty poetic. I loved it.
Sweet little he, sweet little fun. I can't believe when Tommie shot that gun, all my baby sisters run. And Akbar, bitch, you ran faster than the fuck I could blink.
Literally.
No,
like,
for real.
Then they hit you with that instant slow-mo. I was like, yo, she was really out. But honestly, I commend Tink because she was like, bitch, you ain't killing me. I'm on your ass now. And then she was just going after her.
I still want to talk about the scene. So Tommie pulls out this. I mean, I feel like it was so uncalled for. I feel like Rolly deserved that more than anything. Which she did get. Yeah. But the fact that, like, Tink, okay, cool. Tink triggers Tommie. Tommie pulls out the gun, a BB gun from the fucking bunny that she was holding in her hand the entire time. And, you know, you hear this very obvious, loud laugh the minute she starts shooting. Did you hear it? It was like, ha, 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 ha. And you hear it throughout the shooting, throughout the chaos. You hear it laughing. So immediately I'm like, okay, that wasn't a real gun. And I haven't been online to see the comments, so I didn't know until that moment. So I'm like, it's definitely not a real gun. Didn't sound like a real gun. And then fucking Tink, like, she's like, if you see it, I replayed it like 5 times because there was a few things I replayed. As this is happening, you hear the loud laughter. Someone's laughing. No one's really laughing when there's a real gun. Period. All right. 2, Tink you could tell she gets hit, but she like kind of like doesn't run. She just like laughs and like moves to the side.
I noticed that.
It was really weird.
I noticed that.
So that was that, which I thought was fucking weird. I'm like, okay, even a BB gun, bitch. I've gotten hit by a BB gun. That shit is not fun. And I'm just like, I'm still running. The fuck, it was weird. So maybe she was coping. I don't know. Maybe it was pride because it wasn't a real gun.
Maybe it was pride or maybe adrenaline rush.
Yeah,
she was ready to fight in that moment.
Yeah, but she wasn't even attacking her. She just like went to the side and was like, ha.
It was weird. Maybe it was like you said, coping. Like maybe shocked. Like, you really just did that? And like, you don't even know how to react to that.
That's what I feel like that was. But then the rest of the time,
maybe it was giving delayed reaction for sure.
For sure. Very delayed. But also, I watched it like 5 times because I got flashbacks of when E.T. fucking did this to Natalie. Bro, the bench. When Rolly got shot and ran off, all you see is Jayla and Natalie go backwards on that bench that they were laughing at the entire fucking time. It was amazing. I watched that scene legitimately 5 times crying. And God. All I could think was, shout out to E.T. for doing that shit to Natalie when her legs went up like this in the fucking on the couch. Because I love it. I just love to see Natalie down in the gutters like that. It's so funny.
Not in the gutter.
Because the bitch was fucking laughing the entire time like it was cute.
Yeah.
Like, okay, bitch. You deserve to fall on your ass.
So in the midst of this, like, Tink gets shot and fucking Rolly gets shot in her breast or some shit. And, you know, Rolly's upset. She's off the rail. She's like, you know, she wants to get to that bitch. Reunion, it's up. Tink wants to get to her now. Security's like holding her back. She eventually gets to her. But then security kind of like gets in the way of that, which kind of annoyed me. Because I'm pretty sure if they would let them actually have a fair one-on-one, Tink was really exactly. Yeah. But then security got involved, and then fucking Tommie just starts pulling her hair because that's the only thing she could do in that moment.
Yeah. Yeah. She definitely. I think it's fucked up, and honestly, I would hold a lot of resentment because Rolly ends up taking her anger out on the zoo security because it's like at the end of the day, you're supposed to be protecting us. So if God forbid that was a real gun, which is why I feel like they knew it wasn't a real gun.
You really think they would let her walk up in there with a real gun?
Right, exactly.
And she know better.
On TV, bitch.
Right. The only one
incriminating herself.
Only one that had a real gun was Stunner's ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, exactly. And it was not on camera because you're basically incriminating yourself at that point. I mean, that's the stupidest thing you could ever do.
Right, exactly.
But it was funny because obviously that had happened. Chaos broke out, and Biggie's confessional had me in fucking tears. Talking about when that happened, all I could think was she fuck with me, so stay still.
She not gonna shoot me. She not gonna shoot me. Yo,
I felt that, and then Nunu's confessional had me fucking weak. Had me weak. She said, "Oh, this bitch is shooting. I feel like 50 Cent."
Yo, when she said that, I was like, girl, now you feel like 50 Cent.
This whole scene, honestly, it was supposed to make me like be very serious, but it made me cry the entire time. You got Natalie's fucking feet with Jayla, Karma bitch for laughing all this whole time. You got fucking Tink losing her shit. Rolly walking around with the Hennessy bottle ready to bash someone's fucking face. You got Biggie with her confessional. Nunu with her confessional.
It was a lot going on. It was definitely a lot going on.
It was great.
In that scene.
It was a great scene.
Yeah. I know a lot of people were like really happy to see Tommie finally show up and do her shit like she always does, Tommie shit. But that pretty much is where the episode ends.
Right. I do want to talk about real quick though before that. At some point, Jayla was triggered by this whole thing. You can tell she was triggered, and she was like going on her rant about gun violence and like how this is not fucking funny because.
But she was laughing, no?
No, Anna was laughing.
Anna
was laughing.
Natalie was laughing. Anna was laughing.
Natalie was laughing. She's like, it's not funny, but I'm from the hood. That's what Anna said. Oh. And so Jayla's like, it's not funny. Like at the end of the day, there's like real life gun violence in this country or whatever. And I thought. You could tell Jayla was triggered by that. And I don't blame her because at the end of the day, and I only say that because I thought it brought a valid point, right? Like you playing too much with that. Like at the end of the day, we live in America where gun violence is truly and really a thing. Right. And we lose a lot of good people from that. And I think, this is a show because even me saying this scene was great, like, it's kind of desensitizing us from something that we're kind of normalizing. And I do want to acknowledge that as a consumer because it's important to also acknowledge, like, at the end of the day, listen, I fucking love Tommie. And every time Tommie is in the show, she caused so much chaos. You always think you've seen it all until you see that she always got something else to deliver.
No, for real.
And it's crazy. It really is crazy. But, she's fucked up,
She is.
You don't do that.
Right.
People like I remember living in Flushing and I was walking down to the Walgreens as a youngin, and people on the block would drive by and shoot BB guns at just normal passengers and shit, normal people walking. So I got shot, and that shit make you angry. That shit will fucking have you thinking about wanting to beat somebody up, whoever's next to you. You don't even give a fuck because that shit hurts, yo.
That's crazy. You always learn something new every day with Jessie. I told y'all, she be having crazy stories. You just never know what's gonna come next.
Anyway,
crazy life.
So yeah. I mean, and then yes, that's the end of the show. That's the end of the show.
Yeah, I felt like there was just too much talk in this fucking episode. I was over it. But the next episode, obviously, they're going to go to Hawaii. Tink and Rolly are not happy with the way that the girls still went to their booking and how, some of them were laughing. So they definitely do confront that situation in the next episode. Mm-hmm. My thing is, they already paid for that book. You mean they're getting paid? Like, why would they not go? Like, you can't be mad.
You can,
but it's like, damn, you want them to just like fuck up their money for you? No. No, you're bugging the fuck out.
You gonna call me a sister? Nah, that's crazy.
But okay,
I don't give a
fuck.
fuck.
I guess when that comes, we'll talk about it. But yeah, I mean, Ivory comes back because you find out she had to go to court. And then Summer and Anna fight because obviously Anna is confronting her about the whole inserting yourself again. And then Scotty jumps in. So that is what we have for the next episode. So we'll see how that goes and definitely tell you guys what we think.
Yeah, so I'm curious to know, what do you guys think about everything we said today? Did we miss something? Do we, what are your opinions on the whole 2 episodes that we covered? And, just show some love. Show us some love in the comments below. Share this episode with your friends. I don't know. Show some love, y'all. We're trying to build the community up. You know what I'm saying?
Right, definitely. And comment where you're from. We love to know where you guys are from. So yeah, with that being said, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram. That's JESSI.strange. And where can they find you, Tiana?
You guys can find me on Instagram at randomania1. We do release episodes every Tuesday at
4 p.m.
All right. And we are on Instagram at the Petty Headquarters. It is very simple on all podcast platforms at the Petty Headquarters. All right. And like I said, you can find us on YouTube, and it is just very simple. So with that being said,
this was your weekly dose of mess.